last time when my wife was out here. She must have had a little trouble. Rest in peace, Fluffy. Just couldn't shut it down, could she? Hey guys, thanks for noticing me on YouTube here. Made it back from Orange City all right. Mowed the yard a little bit yesterday. Wife and kid are still in Orange City. She's got a niece that's got a graduation from, I think, middle school. Just kind of walking around the shop here. It's Thursday morning. Just kind of going over stuff. I haven't done a lot. It's been rainy, wet, cool, damp. Luckily we're pretty much done planning for us, but I know a lot of guys are still kind of feeling the crunch of everything, so I just kind of like to shout out to them. Projects coming up, hopefully sometime it dries out enough. We got to put some tires on some pivots, basically replace them. Got some more over here. Some of these will just be spares, like this whole group right here. These are shorter tires, they're going to be spares. Got the planter still inside. Haven't really done much, kind of in a holding pattern. Just kind of waiting to see if we ever need to replant anything. We'll probably clean them off someday. What we usually do is we'll, when we get done and we know we're gonna unhook them, we gotta winterize them, but first we'll kind of flush a lot of water through the pumps, get them all cleaned out. Try to get most of the fertilizer out of everything you can, and then run some RV antifreeze through it. Is kind of what we usually do, just so they don't freeze over the winter. Shop's dirty. There's a lot of traffic that gets ran through here, so someday we got to clean these off, clean it out. Now I might head out to the fields here in a little bit, maybe check some population stands, just kind of see how it's looking. It was sunny yesterday, but man, it's been cool. I don't know if it hit 60 yet or not yesterday, which is pretty cool, getting close to Memorial Day. I don't know, just kind of come to the computer here and look at markets and stuff. I seen something kind of interesting here. It was the 17th, I believe, which was it was a Friday. That was when we left. There was kind of a storm went through, and as I come here on the screen, you can kind of see, I noticed this up here in the upper right hand corner. Basically what it was is it reports tornadoes that actually touched down, and as you can see in the screen here, it actually gives you the radar of that past storm and the date that it happened. It just basically describes the incident, and we're up here in this corner of Dawson County right here where the cursor is, that finger pointing up. And you can kind of see the tornado alerts and where they were and where they were spotted. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. And then if we scroll down, I had to reload the page here. But what it shows is the paths of each tornado. You can see the green ones kind of in the southwest part, but that blue one was fairly well near us, probably maybe 10-15 miles away or so. So I thought that was kind of interesting anyway. So I'm out on one of our fields out here, just gonna do a population check. Well, see how things basically coming up. We really don't do final stands till maybe another week, just to kind of see how things are going. Right now I'm gonna hopefully have a tape measure in here. What I'm gonna do is, you can see the little cornsies coming up. Just gonna lay out a string and kind of get a population count. Now when we say we do like 30,000, 35,000 plants per acre, we don't actually go over a whole acre and count it. There's formulas that you can kind of do estimates at, and I believe, if my memory from last year serves me right, you just pick a row, count off 17.5 feet and then count, and say if you get like 32, well, your population is 32,000. So that's what we're going to do right now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And one way you can kind of see where we dropped it at is you can go into the, like, some people use field view, some people, there's all kinds of different technology out. What I'm using is the app from John Deere, the My Operations. So basically what I can do here is come into this app. This is our field right now. And so what I want to do is basically see what I drop my seeds at. This is the average as applied rate. Okay, let's zoom in here. So this is where we're standing at. So we're kind of in that upper 33.8 range. We're kind of in a dark green area. So yeah, it should be right around what we planted is actually coming up, if I'm reading this right. So then we kind of look at this, and that's how you kind of verify, you know, your planter was doing a decent job. That's what we've been really pleased with these exactemerge planters so far. As you can see, the spacing, we don't have any doubles on this one. And the spacing, I mean, granted this guy might have been a little bit far, but this is still pretty good, especially if you're going 8-9 mile an hour. And so we really like these. Spacing's been pretty good. Some of it's better, some of it's worse. So you can look over here in some spots. Considering the cold weather and cloudiness, I mean, this really hasn't received much heat units and sun. And to actually be this green, I'm actually somewhat impressed. It's still kind of got a yellow tint to it, but you know, considering what these guys are doing. So right now we're on a strip tilled on bean stubble. You can obviously tell the rows a little bit more when you're faced against the black dirt. I always like the looks of it better. I still have a farmer in me where black dirt always looks a little bit better, but because it always makes your corn look a little greener. And I like editing. I'm actually 400 pounds. I just am a really good editor. I just wish I could be like this in real life. But no, me being lazy, instead of carrying that heavy tape measure with me, I'll do this sometimes just to get a rough estimate. My foot with a shoe on usually measures 12 inches, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So 33,000. I remember dropping this one about 34. So we're pretty close. That's acceptable to me. Now if you come out here and you get like a 25 or 27, that stinks. Obviously, as late as in the game though, I mean, I would take a standstill probably even at 20, even 17, because it's getting pretty late and this corn is going to be further ahead than coming back, say if you had to come back and plant. So far these stands look satisfying, especially considering the cool, wet conditions we've had. And so that's kind of how we do that, I guess. So I'm just out here checking one last field. Not all our corn is this far along. We got some later planted stuff that obviously is maybe just poking through the ground and not quite up enough to actually get a good check on stands. But as you can see here, these guys are coming up know which is the best way to film these guys are. But thanks for stopping by, guys, again, and like, subscribe if you want to, and we'll catch you next time.